The Reform UK leader tore into the PM's appearance at yesterday's EU summit. Nigel Farage has condemned Keir Starmer's renegotiation with Brussels yesterday as an act of humiliation, in a brutal tear-down. The Reform UK leader pointed out that Keir Starmer's big meeting with EU leaders in Belgium yesterday took place at the same building in which Ted Heath signed Britain's sovereignty away in 1973. He described the symbolic venue as a bit disturbing, before describing the PM's anti-Brexit grovelling as completely unnecessary. The Clacton MP fumed. That was an act of humiliation. It was completely unnecessary, but Starmer went along with it. I think the most alarming thing that came out of last night was the agreement to deepen industrial collaboration. Does that mean we're joining part of an EU industrial policy? Does it mean, in terms of defense, we're joining their procurement programs? There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but I didn't like the language at all. And the very fact that he was there discussing such things shows you that our Prime Minister is a rejoiner at heart. Mr. Farage also attacked Boris Johnson's 2020 Brexit deal as not very good, pointing out there are probably more EU fishing vessels in British waters now than there were before Brexit. However, he argued Britain should aim to be friendly and cooperative with Brussels without signing away more sovereignty to the EU's unelected bureaucrats. He warned that tying the UK closer to the EU means it will be more difficult to agree new trade deals with the United States and the rest of the world. Mr. Farage said he was fearful of such a move. My fear is we tie ourselves to EU law, that we start to accept single market regulations, and there are many indications from this government that's what they intend to do. He made it clear his priority would be a trade deal with the USA, not the EU, and look across the rest of the world. If we want to turn our economy around, we need to realize our biggest problem is not overseas trade, it's our desperate lack of productivity within the UK. Yes, of course the EU's an important market, no one's denying that, but with every year that goes by it becomes less important. Let's think bigger.